What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Monday, December 13th, 2021. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. I hope that your Monday is off to a great start. I appreciate you all so much for being here. What a Monday. We definitely have some big ingresses taking place, and yeah, let's take a look. It's Mars, first one to make the ingress. It'll come into Sagittarius, and it does kind of cross this Phoenix rising moment at that cusp of Scorpio to Sagittarius, and it stays in it comes into another strong place. Like, Mars likes fire. This gives us a lot of intuitive action, some real gusto to move our bodies and to go on this journey and to play and have fun. We're definitely going to want to get our energy out. Like, we're gonna be very energetic with a Mars in Sag, and I think it can bring some fun into our identification of self too, and be like, yeah, let's go on the journey. It is going to meet with the South Node though over the next couple days, so it's really about the fun and exciting news story as we look at the opposition to the North Node that Mars is starting to oppose as well. Like, let's have that gusto and that energy and that spontaneity for the new, the personal life, the things that make sense, the common sense, and to use our intuition with our common sense to expand this great new story. And show where we can really take things. But it's definitely good for our energy here. It's good that we can, kind of explore our own personal philosophies and act accordingly with what makes sense in our environments. And I just don't think we want to go into old stories. That South Node's very karmic, it's very much the past. Mars doesn't want to go into the past. Mars likes to go forward. Mars is the warrior. Like, let's keep moving forward into these changes and these pivots in our personal life that we really want to do, that we have the energy, that we have the can do to make happen. Of course, that Mars is disposited by Jupiter now. And, Jupiter's getting to this edgy place in Aquarius too. And Mars and Jupiter have been in square for the last week. And they're starting to break apart. So there's almost this edgy uniqueness to our story. It's this unique new story. It's not being so attached to the beliefs of the old story, but being non-attached, but being, open. Really opening the doors to a future that is unique to you, that is connected with people that are unique with you. And to not, Mars in Sag can, kind of be forceful with its beliefs. So we could see a lot of force of belief coming at us, or people can get angry when beliefs are tested. We want to let everybody have their own uniqueness, and it could be a different belief than you. It could be someone's coming at you, and they're trying to get you on their story, and it's like, does that really match? And then with Venus Pluto conjunct at 25 degrees today, Venus getting ready for, really slowing down. Like, let's look at the speed of Venus here. 13 minutes a day. By the end of the week, Jupiter and Saturn are going to be going faster, as Venus will come to 0 and station. So, I just think that we're in such a deep dive time of people trying to manipulate for their own gain, and we don't want that. Like, this is where we got to get really, into our own personal integrity here, and be rebirthing some beautiful story and getting the plans set. And with Mercury ingressing into Capricorn, this really helps us set, this is the plans. Like Sagittarius, there was all these ideas, all these different big expansion, let's add an addition over here, let's put this over here, let's build up, let's build outward, let's go, the whole universe. Mercury coming into Capricorn, even though it is out of bounds, 25 south on the ecliptic, we're still a little far away, but we're narrowing it down. It's like we did get the blueprint. Everything kind of came together. We made the decision, and now let's be very practical with our mind here. Let's be very smart, and let's, do the things that are going to pay off in the end. Like, if things don't feel like they're going to have a payoff, or they're just taking you backwards, like Capricorn doesn't want to go backwards either. Capricorn wants to keep moving forward up the mountain. And we'll see the moon come into this very sensitive point in Aries, to be honest. It's going to meet with Eris at 23 degrees, but more importantly, it's going to square over to Venus and Pluto at 25 degrees. And of course, it will sextile Jupiter, But oh my gosh, talk about your personal life and values and these deep, deep, deep desires that we all want. They're all kind of shrinking. And I think that's the goodness actually, is that we've consolidated by, I think Monday's a consolidation day in our personal lives. It's asking for a decision. It's asking for us to let go of something that we don't want to identify with, that is part of an old story. And it's about the decision and the action of the new story that you really want to identify with, that empowers you. I mean, this is also the sun at 22 degrees trine that moon. That's pretty awesome, you know? This is the last fire moon, fire sun we're going to get until Aries season. And we get it in trine, but it is square Venus and Pluto. Some of the biggest transformations of your journey and for yourself and your identification and your personal life come this week. Just bang. This week feels like this Monday too. It just starts this story. It really kicks off something special. And then we come to the full moon at the end of the week, and it's like the real release of what was that wasn't of something bigger in your life or something more unique to self. You know, Monday's very intense. It's a big shift. We could feel a huge shift today. Like, oh my gosh. Squares to Pluto with the moon in our personal life. Like, you know, and then the squares to Venus. It's, you know, what relationships in our personal life, you know, are putting up a front and trying to take you into something that you don't want to go into. And the moon in Aries isn't going to have it. You know, if people aren't moving into your destiny with you, I could feel like, wow, yeah, this is the day where I'm going to make the change. And Mercury in Caps, like, all right, I'm still a little out there, but I've decided what I'm building. And it makes sense to me. And it's practical, and it fits. It fits my story, and that's what I'm doing. Pretty intense aspect, not going to lie. And yeah, just, you know, just this whole week, with Saturn coming to 10 degrees, back into that second decan of Aquarius. You know, we're really trying to identify with our power and our uniqueness, and what frequency, you know, what wavelength do you really want to be on? And are you going to dedicate to that, or are you going to go back into the old? And that square to Uranus is like, there's only one way to liberate yourself, really, and that is to make radical changes for the physical and emotional world that you want to identify with, that's unique, that's special to you, with people that are special to you. And if people aren't giving you that magic or showing up in a beautiful way, you know, they're just trying to have you follow into their story, but it doesn't make sense to you. That's where today would be difficult. And even with the sun at 22 degrees, that is Uranian too. So it is very, like, it's a little cold on this story. Like, I feel like we got to really make decisions today, especially as the moon's going to finish up in Aries today and get ready for Saturn squares. And like, we're in a place of making these personal decisions to open doors in our life and to expand where things can go. But it's definitely intense with people energy right now, and relationship stuff and money, especially, you know, getting ready to have that moon come into Taurus, meet with Uranus, square Saturn. Oh my God. We just got to identify with the story that we want to be on right now, and be adaptable and be non-attached to the outcome of the story, but be open to how beautiful that story could be. Sending you all my absolute best, of course. I hope you have a great Monday. I think that today's intense, but it's like, wow, what a shift. And that shift can definitely be connecting the dots of so many things that you want to venture out for in life. But you don't want to get stuck in the old, especially if the old doesn't have, like, if anything of the old isn't just like screaming like, this is amazing. You're just like, yeah. And it's just like, is that really what we want to go into moving forward? I don't think it is. Queen of Wands upright. Yeah, I would say that, like, really sitting on our throne of our creative power, and just, I can build this, I can see the vision, I have the strength. I know I can do it. It's just and being so, like, loving too in the mix, like really having that loving, passionate sense of what you want, and letting that creative fire today bring it out. And I think that the more you identify with how creative you can be, and how you can have a plan narrowed down, and how you can start some amazing pivots, and hold on to a journey that's really based on the love and not based on the fear of life, but using that fear to find more love if fear does show up. I think you'll see that you have so much energy today to do those things, and you don't have to hold yourself back from love. Like, love comes up a lot with this Queen of Wands to me. I think that that's where, if you don't love something right now, or there isn't love built into it, if it's not in the plans that you're looking at, like, we can redraft those plans, and we can make those pivots and those changes to step into more love, and to start the week off with the identification of that and expanding our hearts for that. I love you all very much. I hope you have a beautiful Monday, and I will see you mañana. Peace.